Hello, everyone. Welcome back to DSP versus the Internet, episode 62. It is part 3. We're going to continue on with Knockoff fast food restaurants. This is a great video, so let's continue.
Oh, there it is. Oh my gosh. Okay, first reaction. I understand why they got sued. Ladies and gents, welcome to Dolls and Burger.
Doll and Burgers? What is that? I actually don't know what that is. What is it supposed to be?
A supposed knockoff of popular fast food chain In-N-Out.
Oh,
Yo,
is it?
This looks like an In-N-Out building.
Oh, does
Look,
it?
Here's a picture of an In-N-Out for comparison.
I don't think so.
Now, there are 3 claims from the lawsuit that I plan on investigating. 1, apparently, the employees here wear the exact same uniforms as In-N-Out employees.
Okay.
2, Dolls and Burger stole In-N-Out's restaurant interior design. And 3, apparently Dolls and Burger stole In-N-Out's cup design too.
Okay.
You know, like the one with the palm trees. Those are all very specific accusations, so it's time to see if they're true. Also, I want to get inside. I keep flying to places that are cold. Okay, so initial thoughts on walking in, y'all. This definitely feels like an In-N-Out. And if you don't believe me, here's the inside of both restaurants side by side. It's very clear they use the same red and white color scheme. I was just surprised to see how similar the menu looked too, especially since in the lawsuit, it specifically states that Joseph Dollenberg, the owner of Dollenbergers, sent In-N-Out's menu as an example in order to develop their own menu boards. It looks like In-N-Out might have a point with that accusation. It's not looking good, but let's see what the employees are wearing. A standard In-N-Out uniform consists of a white collared shirt, a red apron, and their iconic paper hat. I made my way to the cash register and was very confused. Y'all, this is a little odd. I don't see anyone. I just want to know what they're wearing. Ooh, I see people. Those do not look like In-N-Out employee uniforms.
Nope.
They are different. Honestly, this was very shocking to me, since one of the first images that pops up when you look up Dollenbergers is this picture of their uniforms. That looks like In-N-Out. But after speaking to an employee, I learned that a few things changed after the lawsuit.
And they said, oh man, that's too much. That's why we got all new uniforms and everything.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Because I saw pictures and I was like, whoa. But even with new uniforms, I did notice something familiar on the menu. I'm reading the description on the Dollenberger Deluxe. That sounds like an In-N-Out Double-Double to me. The biggest difference between the two, though, the price. An In-N-Out Double-Double cost $4.90.
Okay.
While a Dollenberger Deluxe cost over $7.
Whoa.
The Dollenberger Deluxe seems a little expensive. I'm not seeing any animal-style fries on the menu, though, so that's good. That was not stolen. All right, I'll do the Dollenberger Deluxe.
Single or double for you?
Double.
Gotcha.
Can I do a root beer float?
Yes, absolutely.
Sick.
Anything else for you?
That will be all. I heard this place was better than In-N-Out.
It is.
It is?
Oh, better.
Oh, that's what I like to hear. All right, y'all. I ordered my food. All right, so I just placed my order, and first thing I want to note about this place, the staff here are extremely nice. One of them did say that Dolls and Burger is better than In-N-Out, though, so I kind of want to put that to the test. Awesome, thank you. I just got my food.
Oh, the fries
This
look good.
looks delicious. That's a nice burger right there. I also got fries and a root beer float. One thing I want to point
Yeah,
out
look at
right
the
away,
cups.
the container used for the fries is different than In-N-Out. I did go to an In-N-Out before coming here, just so I can compare what the plates look like. The food still looks pretty similar, but the most important part is how good this burger tastes.
So
Here we
here's
go.
what happened. They got sued and they changed everything. They changed the outfits, and you can see now they're just using generic white cups. They did it on purpose because they were getting sued.
Dude, looks aside, this is a great burger. These fries are so good. It's like the perfect French fry.
Yeah, it's
They're
super crispy.
It's a thick fry, but
Seasoned.
it's like still soft
Yeah.
on the inside. I'm downing this burger. Also, whenever I see a root beer float on the menu, I have to get it. I love root beer floats, and this is a very good one. All right, I'm very full now, but there is still one more accusation that I need to either confirm or completely bust. Did Dollenberger steal In-N-Out's fountain
The cup's
drink
different now.
cup
They
design?
changed it.
Hey, can I get a fountain drink?
Large?
Yeah. Thank you. All right, I'm back in the car. What am I gonna say? I don't know. All right, hold on. Ladies and gents,
Oh, the cup.
this is what a cup looks like from Dalzenberger. Yeah, this is from In-N-Out. This looks exactly like
Look at
the
that.
In-N-Out cup. They stopped wearing the uniforms, but they kept the cups. Now, do I think
That's funny.
Dalzenberger is better than In-N-Out? This might shock you, but
Dark Maggot says the fries at In-N-Out are some of the worst fries in all of fast food, but the burgers are good. I wouldn't know. I only went to In-N-Out once ever when I was in California over a decade ago for E3. And I heard so much about In-N-Out from my audience at the time, telling me, oh, In-N-Out's good. I went there and I ate the food and I was like completely unimpressed. The burger wasn't that good. Nothing stood out. And I was like, why on earth do people go here? Like it wasn't even as good as like the local place in Connecticut that I ate at. I was like, wow, I don't get it. And we waited too. We had to wait like a half an hour to get our food because it was so busy when we were there. And you eat it like, what the fuck was the point of this? You know? Anyway, what do you think? I would say, yeah, the cup design's copied but changed. The food is not the same. The food's probably better. And the building doesn't even look as similar. I think that this is a bogus lawsuit.
I think it is. That was one of the best
Wow.
fast food burgers I've ever had.
There you go.
If you're ever in Michigan, near Dalzenberger, you should go. Anyways, back to the airport. Literally only been in Michigan for like 3 hours. All right, y'all.
Now the
we're
biggest
in Los
one.
Angeles, California now, and as you can probably guess,
Oh my God.
the big red building behind me is the next knockoff fast food restaurant. It's called Mr. Charlie's. Can you guess what this restaurant is a knockoff of? I'll give you 3 seconds. Burger King. Nah, I'm just kidding. The restaurant behind me is called Mr. Charlie's, and it's a knockoff of the most popular fast food restaurant ever, the Golden Arches, also known as McDonald's. Now, I have no idea how they got away with using the same red and yellow color scheme as McDonald's, but all I know is that the biggest difference between the two restaurants is that Mr. Charlie's is actually vegan, and their mission is to redefine fast food and tackle serious issues in a not-so-serious
Yeah, look, we are sarcastic disruptors. What a thing to say on there.
way. I'm very excited to check it out. I hope the food is good, but we're about to find out. Now, before I can go inside, I need to cross the busy street. Oh, there's a bus. There's a walk sign. Time to move. Go, 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 go. Trying not to get hit by a car in California. I've successfully made it across the street. Now, here it is up close. Mr. Charlie's. Instead of a happy face like McDonald's, it's a sad face. I'm not gonna lie, I do like their motto, turn that frown upside down. I think it's cute. Let's go inside.
It's vegan. I wonder what they
Hello,
serve.
how are you?
Right?
All right, y'all, I am
find out.
inside Mr. Charlie's now, and I'm not gonna lie, this place looks sick. The inside of the restaurant was obviously red and yellow themed, just like McDonald's.
Yeah, look, fake
It also
camel
had a
suit.
very similar menu, nice little open kitchen, and my favorite part has to be these Happy Meal boxes, or I guess frowny meal boxes. That's what they're called here. Bro, it looks like a McDonald's Happy Meal, but sad. And instead of a Big Mac, they got the Big Chuck.
The Big
I
Chuck.
definitely have to get that for sure. Can I do the? I'll do the Big Chuck. Do the not chicken nuggets too.
Anything else, please?
Do I get one of those boxes?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I wanted. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm gonna sit outside. All right. Y'all, Frowny Meal has been acquired. Dude, this box is so cute. How do they get away with this legally? I have no idea. I found an article about the owner of this restaurant, and apparently whenever he's asked about McDonald's, he pretends to not know McDonald's exists. Yet despite all of those interviews and
What do
articles
you mean?
saying he has no idea what a McDonald's is, there's a woman Ronald McDonald's painting inside the restaurant.
Oh my God.
Like, bro, what? All right, time for an unboxing. Let's go ahead and open this. Bada bing, bada boom.
I like how he says there's a woman Ronald McDonald painting inside, not knowing that that's Marilyn Monroe, right? He has no clue because he's too young.
Inside should be my Big Chuck. Well, those are sauces and napkins. Hold on. The Big Chuck's in here somewhere. Okay, y'all, the fries look pretty good. Let's see what container the fries come in. Oh my God. Bro, that's a McDonald's container with a sad face. Oh God, I nearly dropped them. Next up in the box, I have my not chicken nuggets. These are vegan chicken nuggets.
Those are
And then finally-
all over the place out here where I live. All this alternative style food is very, very popular out here. vegan food, and you can get those chicken nuggets at the grocery store. You know, the not chicken nuggets. They're all over the place. Yeah, Dark Maggot says, having a glass bottle of Coke is so much better than McDonald's already. Yeah.
What I was the most excited for, the Big Chuck. Oh, look at that, dude. There's also a cute sticker on it that says, "Stop staring at me like I'm some piece of meat." That's so adorable. So far, the biggest difference I'm noticing is that traditionally a Big Mac comes packaged in a cardboard box.
Yep.
This Big Chuck comes wrapped. So I don't think that's enough to prevent a lawsuit, but whatever. I got all the food laid out, y'all. Time to see how Mr. Charlie's compares to the original. First up, the French fries. So I'm assuming these should taste exactly like McDonald's French fries. We'll see.
They don't
Dip
look
it in
like
some
McDonald's
sauce.
French fries. They're thicker.
And yo, I'm not gonna lie, that is a good French fry. This tastes exactly like a McDonald's French fry. Like there is.
Then it's not a good French fry. McDonald's French fries suck ass.
Literally zero difference. And I like it. It's pretty good. So next up, we have the not chicken nuggets. I've never had vegan chicken before though, so I have zero idea what is actually inside here. I don't know if it's like tofu or something.
Soy
know.
protein or something. I don't know.
I'm uneducated. I just eat. Looks wise, this does look exactly like a McDonald's chicken nugget. Here we go. You know, it's honestly not bad. I would say it tastes the exact same as a McDonald's chicken nugget. The texture is a little different, which, to be fair, that makes sense. It's not made with the same stuff. That's pretty good. I'm impressed. Now, before I get too full, we gotta try the Big
So
Chuck.
this would be like a Big
Let's
Mac?
see how this
Well,
compares
what is it, veggie patties?
to a Big Mac. And oh, it is saucy. That is, this is a saucy burger. And it's upside down. I'm gonna be the first to point out, it doesn't look the most appetizing, but looks could be deceiving. At least I hope they are. Let's go ahead and flip this over. Maybe it'll look better from the top. And okay, there we go. That looks a lot better. Ba-bam. So the Big Chuck features 2 Impossible Foods all
Yep,
patties,
fake
vegan
meat.
cheese, shredded lettuce, chopped onions, and a special vegan sauce. This right here is the moment of truth.
Vegan sauce, because a lot of sauces are based with mayo, and mayo has egg in it, and they don't want to eat that, right? So it's got to be a special sauce without that in it.
Wait, what? Dude, that's a Big Mac. I'm 99% sure if you put this burger and a Big Mac and gave it to someone with a blindfold on, they would not be able to tell the difference. Dude, that's good. They could do with a little less sauce though. My hands are disgusting. All right, so now that I've officially tried all the food, I'm gonna be honest. It is very difficult for me to decide whether this is better than McDonald's because it's basically the exact same thing. I do love how fun the restaurant is, and honestly, out of all of the knockoff fast food restaurants that I've been to in this vid, this is probably the only one that I would come back to and bring friends to try. With that in mind, it was very difficult for me to pick between the two, especially since taste-wise, Mr. Charlie's is exactly the same as McDonald's. But after thinking on it for a very long time, I'm gonna have to go with the knockoff, Mr. Charlie's. Even though there were so many similarities between the two restaurants, somehow, Mr. Charlie's still felt unique. Maybe they're onto something here.
Because of their attitude. Like you heard what they said, they're trying to change attitudes towards food, that it could be vegan and still be good, right? I mean, yeah, they ripped off a lot of stuff, but I think they changed it just enough. First of all, you can't say the food's a ripoff because it's all vegan. There's no beef in the store. Yeah, the packaging looks similar, but it's just transformed enough to be different. The color scheme, can you really trademark just a color scheme? I don't think so. So I think that's how they get away with it. Yeah. Okay. I believe we have one more video here for Ultra members. Let's see what this is.
So this is all new for me.
Yeah, this is the last Ultra member video. Backstage at Qatar Airway operations. Okay.
I've been a passenger for almost 40 years. I haven't done this. And today we're going to go with a crew. Good morning. We're going behind the scenes today at Qatar Airways Operations Center.
Hi, good morning, and welcome to our Qatar Airways Operations Centre. We've got over 1,000 crew reporting this morning for over 91 flights that are going within our first wave. As you can see, the crew are arriving here at Qatar Airways Operations Centre, where the cabin crew and flight deck will drop their luggage for their respective flight and then proceed to their respective dispatch or briefing room.
Where are you flying today?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Where are you flying today?
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Wow.
Morning.
They go everywhere.
I'm flying to London Gatwick today.
Where are you flying to?
New York.
New York.
Morning, LA.
LA.
They're flying
Once
all over the
crew, as I
world.
alluded to before, have dropped their bag or check their bag in, they'll then come here, the cabin crew, and report for duty. This will then tell our operations team whether the crew member's here or not, whether we need to find another crew member for whatever the reason may be in order to operate the flight. The flight deck will proceed through to flight dispatch, which is just to the right of me here, and we'll take you there shortly. So after the flight deck have dropped their baggage for their respective flight, the gentlemen or ladies will proceed here. The captain, first officer, or a four-man crew, depending on the length of flight, and conduct their operational briefing here, where they print off the operational flight plan, check the weather, and the dispatch of the flight. They'll then proceed to the aircraft.
So I'm
Skip ahead a little bit. I'm not too interested in them in rooms talking about training.
Amin R1, Mia L2A, Nos Carmen, right? L2, and Shanice R2.
just heard you assigning door positions, right? How did you assign that? Is it a computer assignment or you manually assign to
No,
each
it's
crew?
manually assignment. Like you can see, we have the crew list here. I write the position first. I will check the crew, what her previous position was there. And then after this, I will be
And
like
that's
in different
where the jump seat, that's where they sit at each door. To,
each door, because everybody is responsible for different.
Okay. Get to the planes. Oh, what's this?
Both our commercial operation
Oh,
and
the
the
flight
cargo
center.
operation
They track
to
all the
ensure
flights
our
here.
customers and crew safety at all times.
pretty serious stuff going on. I hear phone call left and right. It's like the nerve center of the operation, right?
This reminds me a lot more of like what they portrayed in the movies as like space travel centers, right? Like they show like Cape Canaveral or we're at NASA and we're tracking a flight. This is what the room would look like. I wonder if the actual space travel rooms look like that, or if they based it off of what these flight control rooms look like.
It's like a flight tracker map here. So all the airplanes Qatar Airways flies on the map.
So that's all 159 aircraft in the air as
Currently
we speak now.
airborne.
Currently airborne at the minute, yeah.
Right.
One has just landed because it was 160.
These schedules, oh my God.
There's a guy sitting in the middle. He must be a very important guy making decision in the middle, right?
Yep, so this is Umit today. So he's our senior manager IOC. So he's the most central figure within IOC and the most responsible on duty. Umit, do you want to tell us about what's been happening today?
Today, actually, we are facing a couple of weather issues in northern Pakistan, which caused by fog, and it was below our landing limits. Especially Peshawar, for example, was below the limits for the entire night, and we do.
So here's the thing: like, is it interesting? Well, if you're into aeronautical stuff, I'm sure this is fascinating. Is it interesting to the lay person? Maybe not. But what a job, and it's a very important job. It's a serious job, right? So many people are in, different levels. You got the flight crew. I'm sure all the people who do the maintenance on the planes, the pilots, the people working the air control, all this. There's like tons of folks working stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? It's a fascinating video. Obviously, it's not the most entertaining. I don't think it's more informative, less entertaining, right? But still, that's not bad at all. Okay, so that is going to end our Ultra member submissions for the week. What we're going to do now is we're going to switch over to the standard member submissions. What I need to do is jump over to the different playlists quick. And I'm going to start. Last week I started at literally the first video. This week, what I want to do is I want to start in the middle. Let me find that. Here it is, submissions tier. Is this it? April. Yeah, this is it. So instead of doing, let's start in the middle. I think there's 20 videos. So I'll start at 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We will start right here at part 11. What is part 11? Hold on.
A few months.
Show you what part 11 is. Neuralink full send. Elon's brain chips actually work on humans. Let's see about this. I've heard this Neuralink stuff. I've heard people reference it. I don't know much about it. I don't actually know how it works. I think people were saying like you could do stuff with your brain, but it doesn't require, like you could move your hand, but I don't know. I gotta watch the video, right? There you go. Battleduck says props to not discarding that video altogether and skimming through it. Yeah, I mean, there's the thing. not every video is going to be entertaining to everyone, but every video probably has at least something to offer. You know, if one part's not really doing it for you, skim ahead, see if you can find anything else interesting. I think taking a look at the control center was a little interesting, right? Okay, let's learn about Neuralink. Here we go.
Ago, Elon Musk announced Neuralink had implanted their first brain chip into a real-life human, but in the weeks that followed, we heard nothing but crickets. Based on the prior testing results with monkeys, doctors, scientists, and Elon haters all over the world feared the worst. They assumed the encephalon likely exploded, and patient 0 did not survive. Finally, yesterday we learned the truth. The Neuralink install was a success, and the results are absolutely mind-blowing.
First ever user of the Neuralink device, and I think you're my only telekinetic friend that I have.
Yeah, I hope so.
It is March 21st, 2024, and you're watching The Code Report. This is Nolan Arbaugh. He's a 29-year-old who was paralyzed from the shoulder down in a diving accident. That's not the best card to be dealt in life, but over the last few weeks, he's gained telekinetic-like abilities that seem impossible at first glance. Like here, he's controlling a mouse cursor to play games like chess and Civ 6, using nothing but his thoughts. There's no eye tracking or sensors other than the chip in his brain. In today's video, we'll find out exactly how this crazy technology works and make some predictions.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, let's say, for example, right now you could use that, right? Like, let's say I could say right now, play the video, and the video would play. But how does it work? Because when I do stuff, I look at it, right? Like, I would look at the bar and say, hit play, right? Or press that. They're saying you don't even have to look. There's no eye tracking. So how the hell does it work? How do you control things with your brain only? It not having to look at it or have a tangible, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels like something like it would be a new sense that you didn't have before, and you'd have to, like, feel it out and learn it.
About where things are going in the future. But first, I think humanity owes this guy a huge amount of respect and appreciation. The average person thinks they're brave for being an early adopter of the Cybertruck, but it takes real balls of stainless steel to order the Foundation series Neuralink. What's crazy is that the chip itself is not installed by a human surgeon, but rather a surgical robot. After drilling a hole into your cranium, it implants a bunch of tiny threads that are finer than a human hair. It uses a tiny needle like a sewing machine to weave these threads into your brain. Each thread contains high-density electrodes, which are capable of detecting electrical activity, also known as brain waves. The N1 chip has 1,024 electrodes distributed across 64 threads, which means you have 16 electrodes per thread. To put that in perspective, a typical electroencephalogram will have around 20 sensors, and they typically max out around 256 electrodes. In addition, they're on the outside of your skull, which means you're more likely to get interference before that signal reaches the electrode. The only real advantage is that you don't have to drill a hole into your skull. The N1 transmits data wirelessly and is powered by a small lithium-ion battery, and that battery is charged wirelessly from the outside via an inductive charger. But the big question here is, how is this guy actually moving a mouse with his thoughts?
Right.
Well, in order to understand that, we need to learn a little bit about brainwaves. When you're asleep, your brain emits low-frequency delta waves around 2 Hz. When you wake up and become a little more alert, they increase their frequency to alpha waves at around 10 Hz. And then finally, when you become highly focused, like when solving a coding problem or playing chess, they become gamma waves at around 35 Hz. And that's what we're most interested in measuring, because we can recognize certain wave patterns, just like a sound wave, which can identify a distinct thought in your brain. They didn't provide a ton of detail in the Neuralink video, but he might have a thought, like move my right arm, that creates a specific type of electrical signal in his brain. The chip itself can then pick up on that, which triggers an action to move the mouse to the right. But that doesn't happen magically right after the surgery. There's a brain-computer interface where the end user needs to practice a bunch of movements, because everybody's brainwaves are different, and it needs to learn which thoughts correspond to which movements. Now, if you have working arms and legs, you might not be all that excited, but for many, this technology could be life-changing, especially when integrated with futuristic technologies. Like today we have wheelchairs, but in the not-so-distant future, they could be replaced by mech suits that are entirely controlled by the person's brain. I know that sounds crazy, but the field of robotics is also popping off right now. Figure 1 has incredible human-like dexterity, and NVIDIA just announced their own humanoid robots, and it's only a matter of time before there's an Apple Robot Pro. When brain chips and robotics converge in the near future, human disabilities may be far less restrictive, and that's a big win for humanity. Now, brain chips do have their skeptics for obvious reasons, but luckily, the data only flows one way. You don't have to worry about getting KFC advertisements injected into your dreams, and they won't be able to turn off important bodily functions if you don't pay your monthly subscription. Also, they can't really identify highly complex thoughts, which means there's no need to worry about being thrown in jail for wrongthink, while the NSA monitors your thoughts. And most importantly, there won't be an API for JavaScript developers to build apps on it. Now, finally, the good
I don't know, though. Like, do you believe any of that? So they're going to have a chip in your brain and you can use it to move things. But then they can't do anything else with it. They can't detect your actual thoughts. They can't use it to control. I don't know. Do you know what this sounds to be like? Like, okay, it's a new product. It's revolutionary. Great. But doesn't it sound like they're literally telling you everything you want to hear and absolutely no drawbacks whatsoever? You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't it sound like, well, I mean, yeah, of course it could be used for bad purposes, but don't tell them that, you know, right? No, just tell them the positive stuff. Oh, just say it doesn't, just say it'll never happen. I don't know, man. I mean, I really don't know. I don't know if I believe that at all. Or this could be like, this is the first step, and this is the base model that only does nerve function to move things, but they absolutely could make chips that do more than that. They just haven't done it yet because this is the first step, and this is the first movement towards that. You know what I'm saying? So I totally get why skeptics and critics are afraid of this technology. Let's just finish the video. It's only like 20 more seconds.
Is that you can be an early adopter as well. Clinical trials are open for the Neuralink Prime study, where you can get your Founders Edition brain chip. Make sure to sign up with the link on screen. Full disclosure, this video is not sponsored, and I don't get paid if you don't survive the trial. So come with me if you want to not die. This has been the Code Report.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I totally get the skepticism. And do I truly believe anything that Elon Musk says? No. The guy's full of shit 90% of the time. Look at all the stuff he says about Twitter since he bought it. Oh, you know, we're doing this to avoid bots. That's why now the only true way to solve the problem of botting is to have a subscription program where you have to pay to get your check mark. Well, guess what? The subscription program is out, and there's more bots on Twitter than ever before. It's ridiculous amount of botting, AI advertisements. It's out the ass at this point. And he doesn't give a shit. And his whole thing is going to hell. So do I believe him when he said, oh, we designed a brain microchip? And totally no. There's no way ever that they'll detect your thoughts, or that they'll never use it for negative things like advertisements in your head. No, never. It's like, yeah, right. Maybe for now. But do I really believe that crap? No, I don't. I really don't. So, yeah, I don't know if this technology is in the right hands, quite frankly. But anyway. All right. Thank you guys for watching DSP versus the Internet. Now, again, we are firmly into the submissions tier, which is people who are the submissions level members here on the channel, submitting their clips. And that was a good start. Let's continue. We're going to have a good variety of stuff, I feel, today. We have 90 minutes left on the show, and basically there's 19 videos. Will we get through them all? I don't know. I guess it depends on how long the videos are and how much of each video we watch, but this is a chance we might actually get through all this stuff this week. I guess we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next part. And, of course, if you want to be part of the fun, please become a member today. Ultra members, we guarantee to watch their videos up front, and then the submission tier are all in random order. As you see, we started at a random spot, and we're going to go from there. Thank you very much. See you in part 4.